In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips, 5 ideas to create designs that more people want to buy. These 5 tips will help you get your design to stand out and hopefully get more sales. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juna with Detour Shirts. I've been designing and selling t-shirts online since 2005, and over those years I've figured out some tips that could help you create designs that more people want to buy. So these are 5 tips that I use a lot of times, and these are tips that you can use after you've found your niche. So I'm not going to tell you what niche to design for. You have to go and find that first, but once you find that, once you've niched down, you can use these techniques. And if you can't find a niche, if you don't know what niche to do, I have this holiday niche. You can start here, holiday t-shirt niches. I have it on my site if you want to use that. But I would suggest doing the research and finding a good niche that's not very saturated, but still something that people want to buy. So find that small niche. And then when you have those, then use these tips to design it. So what I'm going to show you in this video is I'm going to show you the top selling t-shirts on RedBubble, TeePublic, and Merch by Amazon, and see if these tips that I'm going to share with you coordinate with those top selling ones. Now, I'm not showing you these so that you can copy them. I'm just showing you these as an example of what the top sellers are doing, and they kind of do the same thing that I've seen and that I'm going to teach you here. So let's get into the internet, and I'll show you that, and I'll start with number 1 and go through number 5. All right, so here we are on the internet. I'm on Pretty Merch Pro Plus on Amazon Merch on Demand. I have this tab right here. If you have Pretty Merch Pro Plus, you can see these. These are the top selling designs right now on Amazon for Merch by Amazon, or what's called now Merch on Demand, Amazon Merch on Demand. So they're in order of, top selling to down. And then I have here RedBubble, best selling t-shirts. I feel like they just recently updated this because I don't remember this guy here, the Star Wars shop. Maybe that's new, but a lot of these look similar to what we do, but they're still going to work what we're doing. And then TeePublic kind of updates there, and I know there's a lot of copyright stuff on here, but we're just going to use these as examples. I'm not saying to do copyright material, but I'm going to show you what they are. So first things first, the first tip that I want to share with you is humor. So if you found your niche, let's say your niche is basketball. Of course, that's too big of a niche, but let's just say it's basketball. You do funny sayings for basketball. Do a funny graphic for basketball. Let's look to see if there's any funny t-shirts on here in the top sellers. First one, that's funny, right? I'm not old, I'm classic. Pluto, never forget, kind of funny. Admit it, life would be like all of these. Most of these are funny t-shirts, right? If they're not funny, they're doing something else, and we're going to touch on some of those. But you can see a lot of these have humor related to it, right? So you can see that is a huge thing. Funny t-shirts sell on Amazon and on TeePublic and on RedBubble. So let's go to RedBubble. You can see which one of these is funny right here, right? It's funny. Let's see, Great Ramen, that's kind of funny. Let's see, Bodacious Period, funny, right? What is this? Street Cats, support your local street cats. These are funny. Don't talk to strangers. Seal of approval, it's a pun. Puns are funny. So think of, it doesn't have to be a phrase. It can be a graphic that's funny. You can see these are kind of funny. This has no words, but it's a sloth on a turtle, and that's funny, right? So lots of funny designs on RedBubble. This is probably one you already know. If you've been in the print-on-demand business, funny t-shirts sell. So you can see here, Hotel California. This is just a funny graphic. Again, with the Muppets, funny ideas. So funny is a huge one. If you find your niche, once you find your niche, let's say, like I said, basketball, think of funny graphics or funny phrases. Now you can do this with any niche. You can see these are lots of different niches that have funny humor t-shirts on it. So that's a big obvious one. That's why I made it first. Humor, use funny sayings, that kind of thing. So number 1 is funny. So my number 2 tip is to be unique or original. So some of these, it's hard to tell which ones are unique, but I'm gonna guess this one right here. This is very unique. I haven't seen anything like this before with the tree and the moons and this all. So they made something very unique with the colors and everything. Let's see if we can find something else that's very unique. This one right here, cottagecore. Cottagecore is huge, but this one is very unique with the frog playing a banjo and things like that. This one right here, Japanese Tokyo. If we did a search for dragon Japanese, you can see they made theirs very unique by doing different things on here. So unique is a way to stand out, especially if you're going in a niche that already has designs on there. You're going to want to make yours unique so that yours stands out. When everybody else is copying each other and yours is unique, yours is going to stand out from the crowd, right? So let's take a look on RedBubble. Again, very unique. A lot of these big brands, they do their own thing, right? You can see here, very unique. The concept is unique. This concept of the dragon in the ocean from Illustrata, very unique, right? Right here, LP with the thing is very unique. Of course, this one we talked about. Stephen Rose has his own brand, his own style, which is unique to him, right? So as you build brands, as you think of what to do, try and make yours unique, different than what's already out there. Look at the competition and see what they're doing, and don't do that. Do, pivot and do something else. So let's look at TeePublic again. We got some things that are unique, right? Like this, Stephen Rhodes again. Again, this is Muppets, but you can see the unique style of it. So some very unique stuff. Some things aren't unique, but then you have some right here that definitely unique, right? They kind of put these kind of things together. So have fun with that. Unique is very important if you want to stand out and make sales, especially, again, like I said, if you're in a niche, a competitive niche, you're going to want to make yours, and you can mash these together. You can make yours funny and unique together. So you don't have to do one or the other. You can kind of put them together. So have fun with this tip. Make your designs unique to have it stand out and get more sales. So tip number 3 is to do mashup. So mashup is a really easy way to make yours unique. So if you have one thing and another thing and you put them together like nobody else has done, then yours will be unique because yours is a unique mashup, right? So let's see if there are any mashups right here. You can see cat eating ramen. You're doing the ramen niche and the cat niche together. It's a mashup. Cat drinking boba. You got the boba niche and the cat drinking boba, right? Cat and sunflower, right? Is a mashup. Let's see. You got the cat niche and the tarot cards, right? Right here. You got the mom and the dinosaur niche, right? So lots of things doing mashups together here. So you can see a lot of funny stuff as well, but a lot of mashups. So let's check RedBubble. Let's see if there's any mashups. Of course there are, right? Of course, you got the ramen and the Japanese thing. You got this, again, is kind of a mashup of outdoors and a record. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll down because we haven't done these down here. So again, so you got this mashup of kind of a samurai or a sword with a cat, right? So then we got this mashup here of space and foxes, right? You got this mashup of a cat being a DJ, right? Let's see on TeePublic, any mashups here. Well, you got the mashup, again, this is copyright, but you got the mashup of outdoors and Hawkins. So this is a mashup down here of Godzilla and the wave, the Japanese wave. Let's see, some kind of vintage color and, helmet. Kind of a mashup of Wu-Tang and Care Bears, even though you shouldn't be doing that, but you can see they're doing the mashups, right? If we go to page 2, let's see if there's any mashups. So here we got the mashup of a dinosaur and the claws, right? So lots of mashup things here as well. So you can just see a bunch of mashup things, kind of 80s and dinosaurs, right? So that's a mashup. So mashups is a great way for you to kind of be unique and stand out. So if you're stuck and don't know what to design, try a mashup. And you don't always have to do a mashup, but a mashup could be something that can help you stand out and make your design unique. So tip number 4 is to give your design some personality, and that can be with the eyes, that can be with the graphic, that can be, with some funny words. We already know funny is an emotion, it can give you personality, but let's look at some of these other ones. You can see here, this one uses the eyes, right? Kind of gives it personality. This one, you can see it's kind of, the personality here is just kind of relaxed, right? Here you can see this one is cute, right? It's giving it some personality. This one right here is, it's like frazzled, so you can see that it also gives some personality. So when you're trying to design stuff, it doesn't always have to be animals or cute things, but it does help if you do some things with personality. And you can give something personality by adding a little more details and stuff like that. So you can see this one, this has some personality of the roughness, right? You put some distress texture on it, so that gives it personality there. You can see this one also has a different personality. So this one also has a lot of personality with the shades and the things, so you can see all those details kind of give it just that little bit more personality that you need, or gives your design some emotion, right? So let's check out RedBubble. Scrolling up here, you can see gives it some personality or some emotion when you see these kinds of things. So right there, just look at that fox right there. Had some personality, right? And a lot of these, right? So when you look at that, or look at that, look at that, it has some emotion tied to it. So emotion sells t-shirts. When people see it, they need to feel something. And the personality, this right here, has a lot of personality, right? With the chimpanzee or the monkey with the headphones, right? So think about that when you're doing your design. One last one with TeePublic. So you can see these people have a lot of personality. They're funny. This is funny too. You can see a lot of this. This has its own kind of feel to it, right? So think about that. Try and add just a little bit more to it than just plain words. You're going to want to add, some little extra things, or like when you're picking a design for a animal, just make sure that animal has personality, or a face, make sure the face has a personality, right? Again, you can't use famous people, but I'm just saying a lot of these have personality. You can see with all of these right here, they have personality, right? So fourth tip when you're designing something is make sure that your designs has personality and gives some kind of emotion to the buyer when they see it. So the last tip, number 5, is to give your designs details. Just add a little bit more details. So it kind of goes along with what I just said, add those little details to make it better. So like here, you see types of dinosaurs. So many details. You got the name of the dinosaurs, my dinosaur, alphabet, right? A lot more details. So this one right here, you can see a lot more details with this drawing right here. What part of, don't you understand? Look at all the detail on this, right? So details can add value to your design. Now you got to be careful. You don't want to just put all the details, but you do, details can help. Like this one right here, you can see little flowers. You got the Japanese text and everything. Let's see, this one right here. You can see bubbles everywhere, the different colors, and then a hand print, right? So all the details on it. Let's look for some other ones. I already talked about this with the details. You can see this has details in it with the stars and everything. This one has lots of details, the flag, right? So think of the details. The little details help your design sell and make people think that it's a better value because it has just a little bit more than the other ones, right? So let's check out the details here. Look at the details on this, on Illustrator, right? They spent lots of time on it and added lots and lots of details on their designs. Let's see here. Again, this one has lots of details on it, right? This one, even this one, that it's simple, lots of details because there's different line shapes and colors and things like that. So the details matter. Just having that extra on there, gives it some variation as well. look at the details here, the splatter and the butterflies, right? So if you can give your design just a little bit more details instead of something anybody can do, if you're adding more and more details, that's going to give your design some value, right? So check it out here as well. You can see lots of details. They went to do that vintage texture, right? And then the detail of it being curved like this. So this one has details with big and small text, right? Again, varying the text, the color, the details here of the different kind of rainbow color, right? And this one has lots of details. They added a beach ball, right? And some snorkeling thing. It didn't have to do that, but those details kind of matter, and the colors and everything, right? So think of those things when you're creating your designs is when you create it now, can I add a little bit more details, and will that help? So details will help you sell a design, help you create something that's unique, and give it personality as well. So they all kind of work together in this. So let me share with you all 5 together. Okay, so here's all 5 that I talked about to create better designs and stand out, right? First, humor, that's a huge one. Funny t-shirts sell probably the best out of all of them. It doesn't have to be funny, but humor is a good way to go. Now, it should be unique. You don't want to copy anybody, so unique is a great one. And one way to be unique is to mash up things, right? Like I said, and then give it personality and some details. Those personality and details really will help sell your design and make your design a little better, make it stand out, and make people feel like it's more valuable to them. It has more value. It's not just the same old thing. Yours has a little bit more details and personality. So these 5 things, a good way to remember this is if you take the first letter on all of these, it says H-U-M-P, hump, and D. So H.U.M.P.D, I don't know if that helps or not, but I thought it was really funny to do it in that way. So remember H.U.M.P.D when you're doing your designs, and hopefully your designs, you create better designs, and hopefully it stands out and gets you some sales. So that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this video is really helpful for you. If it was, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to this channel already, hit that subscribe button right there. The question of the day for this video is, what other things do you do to help your design stand out? Let me know those in the comments. Maybe we can create a list here for everyone to help people with their designs. Again, these are after you found the niche, right? So once you find your niche, then use these things. I'm not telling you what to design. I'm just telling you how to make it better. So hopefully these are really helpful for you. And if you want to see more videos on what to do to make your designs better and get more sales on print on demand, click on these videos right here. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.